Hey people, into tier 3v3 faction war. This is Angel Gate and Space Marines versus Tyranids for the blue Space Marine team. We have Ben, 1993 as a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair, got some Blood Ravens alongside. Dark Riku as an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And rounded off the blue team, Volhrim is a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. The Space Wolves elite scheme. Red Tyranids, the Tenso, is a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt some powerful offense and a bit of support too. Alongside Crog is a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful disruption and support, begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. What did I call you last time, Crog? Was it Gustavo? I think it was Gustavo. Gustavo's back, everyone. Say hello. And rounded off the teams, DanielGrushin is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon but can get specialized melee gear. There he goes, shooting up the Force Commander. Grabbed that node early, but the Space Marines grabbed the other one, so we might see a 50-50 split on this contested power. Meanwhile, in the mid, some bolter fire, some Hormagaunts getting in on the Apothecary, very briefly getting in. Hive Tyrant now trying to tie up Tactical Marines, which is his job early on. Techmarine takes the garrison to be very annoying. Not a lot they can do about that early on. Lictor Alpha's skulking around. They are taking the northeast. Can they get a model here, Gustavo? These Tactical Marines of Dark Riku strangely split up. Scouts going for the garrison. Maybe they got a sniper on the way. Lictor Alpha pushing through. This is not a noded power here. Could get a cheeky little decap. Oh, there it goes. The node is up. No upgrades for these Termagants or Hormagaunts. We have Warrior Brood on the way for the Tenso and Crog. Double tax for Ben. The other players going for tier 1.5 units. We see Volhrim with Devastators, suggesting perhaps that Riku, 2 gens up, could be going for Assault Marines here. Oh, Scout's getting caught by the Lictor. Might have flesh hooked him or something. He's got no energy left. He might have just been sneaking around all that time. The double tax, being forced out of cover to get good shots here. Lictor Alpha is sneaking up to him. Gonna tie one up. The Hormagaunts can tie up the other. And might get a model here. Those guys now retreating. Can they get a model? Not quite, I don't think. Oh, maybe these guys? They're pretty low. Couldn't quite get it if they had the flesh hook, maybe. Meanwhile, southwest, the Force Commander's gone down. We have, what is this? Triple Hormagaunts for DanielGrushin, now a Warrior Brood. Barb Strangler for the Tenso. Will help them against the garrisons as well. Here's the Devastators of Volhrim doing their thing. And Dark Riku did in fact get Devastators up. Just a little bit later than Volhrim. I think they got more power up than Volhrim did perhaps. Spent their requisition on that. Scouts go for the garrison. Those are Ben's. They have shotguns and grenade. We can tell because of the handy indicators. Warrior Brood, I think they'll be okay. Apothecary might get one last hit. Smack. Wasn't enough to bring a model down. So Space Marines fend off the power bash and counter-attack, and I don't think they lost any Marines. They might have lost a scout off Ben. That's pretty much it. There's a burrow strike from the Ravener Alpha using the hardened carapace, allows him to burrow, which is pretty fun. Indefinitely basically turns into an infiltrated unit, and then he can knock you over. And Warrior Brood in there with their power melee weapons. That little passive leap they have is really useful. Disruption. Uh-oh. Tactical Marines go down. Triple Hormagaunts got on them. And Volhrim might need some help. Force Commander's down and Tactical Marines are down. Not sure if those guys had a flamer or something. I don't think they did. Gustavo, the Hive Tyrant, gets a cap. Got the VP back. I think it was those... Oh, the Techmarine maybe. Just getting in and out of this garrison, stealing the VP. Doing some good damage on that bolt gun, of course. Assault Marines now for Volhrim. Who needs Tactical Marines? We have Assault Marines. More Hormagaunts up here for the Tenso. How many Barb Stranglers do we have? The 2. Oh, 3 on the way. They're all going Barb Stranglery. Devastators in the garrison here, doing huge amounts of damage to these Hormagaunts close up. I'm not sure why they're staying in play. And there's a jump on the Warrior Brood. You're going to need to watch for that. Have things nearby to counter-initiate this. Maybe get a melee weapon for your Ravener now. But the ranged Ravener is so strong. There's the burrow. Gonna knock down the Assault Marines, maybe? Nope, just gonna get away. I guess they knew it was a lost engagement and they just get away safely. Meanwhile, Lictor Alpha is skulking around. No war gear for this guy. Maybe we'll see the Lone Hunter. I think they got Lone Hunter last time, the Tenso, in the previous Space Marines versus Tyranids game. Former Gaunts with adrenal glands. They all have it. Nope. In fact, none of DanielGrushin's have adrenal glands. They want that tier 2, I suppose. Ben indeed does go tier 2. Don't think they've lost a Marine. 466 to 381. Former Gaunts go for the VP, I think. Yep. Good use of their time, I think. While you're pushing through here, the Warrior Brood strangely split up, which can really help you, and it can be a massive hindrance too. Like if they get jumped, they can't knock down all 3 models now. These guys are nicely blobbed up though for the Assault Marines, being chased by Hormagaunts, who are in turn being suppressed and chased by the Force Commander. Down goes the Warrior Brood. Just saw the Synapse backlash there when they died. Knocked back, and 10% of your health lost. Pretty big deal. Back in retail, it was like 18% of your health Synapse backlash used to take. Lictor Alpha's going to die. Got flamed. He was trying to bash power, I think. Here comes the rest of Tenso stuff. Where is Crog? Gustavo stumping around the mid. Has double Warrior Brood here. Maybe we'll see double Barb Stranglers like it's, you know, 2010 again. Devastators here for Dark Riku. Oh, Riku lost his Devastators somewhere. Completely missed that. Can I see their bodies anywhere? Of course I bloody can't. How would they have gone down? Maybe getting out of a garrison or something? I'm trying to find their bodies. Ah! I see a dead flame attack. Riku must have gone for a power bash and maybe lost them on retreat or something. I can't see their bodies. I'm sure they'll turn up. Like a murder investigation. Former Gaunts get a decap there, now going for the VP. I assume they're around this power or something. I don't see him. Really don't see him. Got some more though. Oh, there's one. Look, maybe it was this garrison. Maybe it was that garrison. Maybe Barb Strangler shots and stuff helped out. Who's to say? Well, Dark Riku could tell us. Here's a Whirlwind for Ben 1993. We saw a couple of these in a previous game. I think one's enough, especially on a small-ish map like this. Looks like Crog has one Warrior Brood staying in melee. Tier 2, and another Warrior Brood for DanielGrushin in Tier 2. Nice grenade from Ben. Couldn't quite get a model. These guys should run. There we go. Oh, we got Plasma Gun Tactical Marines now. Saw these in the last game, but they were like faced with tons of Carnifexes. Haven't quite been able to put that kind of pressure on the power. I don't think they did last game. Full auto to shut down the Lictor Alpha. Devastator's doing their thing, but look at the Barb Strangler doing some work here. This must have what happened. Look at this. Oh, that was lucky, you know. Did you see what happened there? The second to last Warrior Brood died, which transferred the Barb Strangler to the last model, and they instantly got a Barb Strangler shot and it finished off the Devastators. They might have died anyway. There's a lot of stuff here. They probably would have died. But yeah, that's what can happen with special weapons. You can get like 2 missile launcher hits in a row that way. That kind of thing. Lictor Alpha sneaks away. Dark Riku now with a Whirlwind of their own. And in fact, 3 Whirlwinds. I don't know if this might be a bit overkill, fellas. We'll see how it goes. Lictor Alpha, I think, escaped. Oh, maybe not, you know. Plasma Gun got a shot in there. You saw a big chunk of health go. Crushing Claw, Hive Tyrant. Crushing Claws, excuse me. It was Crushing Claw for so long, I still say that. Warrior Brood hit level 2. And we have some Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood, fellas. Venom Brood getting caught and shot up. Anti-vehicle weapons, these guys. Lots of melee on retreat, and they do get a Synapse Bomb. Actually knocked the Hormagaunts away from the grenade when the Synapse Bomb went off. 453 to 288. Whirlwind doing its thing. It's definitely going to help defend the power, isn't it? Going to be really effective at that. We'll see if they can, like, just creep forward with the Whirlwind, support them all the way, and get to the midpoint of the map. Hormagaunts being annoying. Around the edge, these guys determined to bash the power, Whirlwind or not. Ravana Alpha now has Acid Splatter, and Toxic Miasma has gone full-on melee beast mode. Are they going after the Whirlwinds? Just provided some vision, maybe. Gustavo's going after them. We'll tear them apart with the crushing claws, and also bonded exoskeleton on the way, so it's going to be tough. There's the electroshock grubs from the thorax swarm. Couldn't follow it up though, which is too close to base. Look how much damage Gustavo's taken now from the plasma guns. They did get a full power bash though. Where's the Ravener? Still being all sneaky like. It will be spotted by the scouts though. It gets a really good burrow strike maybe. Oh no, did not. Slowed down there. Did he get shotgun blasted? Underground. Seemed to look like it. 412 to 288. Lots of pressure from the Tyranids here. Yeah, I'm not sure these triple whirlwinds are quite paying off. The Tyranids kind of don't care. Where's the other one? It's here. Lost their VP now. Tyranids don't want to be silly here and lose too much stuff. Need to be careful. Okay, they're getting away alright. Alright. Level 3 Ravener Alpha here. Hormigaunt Brood for the Tenso. See that green glow now? That's melee synapse getting close from someone. Oh, from these guys as they fled. You can give synapse to allied Tyranids as well, not just your own, which is very handy in a faction war type scenario. 356 to 288. Gustavo's in trouble. That's marked target. Thorax Swarm, Electroshock Grubs goes in again, but I think Gustavo's done for. Maybe. Is there enough stuff in retreat to get him? 37 hit points. Oh, they're ignoring him. They're going after this Venom Brood. Instead, they do get him. Force Commander, I think, was a bolt pistol shot or something. Apothecary gets back to his feet, level 4. We have a level 4 Techmarine as well. But what about the Force Commander? Also level 4. All the 4s. And the Tyranids level 3 and level 3 and level 1. Lictor Alpha harassing, couldn't get a kill though, which would have leveled him, I think. So Space Marines break out. They cap the power back. Can they respond here? Look at this, already on this power. Just going across the edge of the map, I think. It will take them a while to bash it though, a single Termagant Brood. This is our Ben's Tactical Marines grabbing the VP. Where is that tunnel, says Riku. I don't think they used the tunnel, buddy. They just ran here. I don't see any either. I don't see any on the map. Meanwhile, southwest. Drop pod is going to land. Oh, not drop pod. It's Terminators from Volhrim. Assault Terminators, in fact. Unique to the Force Commander. Incredibly tough. With Storm Shields and Thunder Hammers. Heavy melee damage. They can tear through anything. And more than a match for this Warrior Brood. He needs to get out of there. Barb Strangler trying to do some damage. 289 to 278. Scouts being suppressed. They don't want to tangle with the Warrior Broods. They run away. What are the Whirlwinds up to? I mean, they're doing their thing. They're doing their disruptive thing. Just not sure if you need 2 of them here. I mean, obviously it's more disruption. But maybe those resources would have been better spent elsewhere. This one might go down, in fact. Yep, Dark Riku's Whirlwind is down. Got caught by the Electroshock Grubs. And these Warrior Brood, with their heavy melee damage, were chasing the other too. Just more Terminators here. From Riku, maybe? Nope. From Ben. Riku's still got plenty of red to get their own Terminators. These guys with Storm Bolters and Power Fists, by default, they can upgrade their weapons. Get some cool stuff. Maybe we'll see the Cyclone Missile Launcher to combat Carnifexes and the like. Librarian on the way for Dark Riku now to support the allies' Terminators and his own Devastators, perhaps. These guys trying to do some work on the natural VP, but Gustavo's having none of it. Invulnerability goes up and now tears through some Devastators. They weren't panic retreated though, so they do live. And Gustavo is persuaded to leave this place. 241, 258 with a triple Tyranid cap. Space Marines just cannot keep up any kind of presence in the middle of the map at the moment. Double Neurothropes here. Assault Terminators still have their hammers. They can also get Lightning Claws, and these guys go for the Heavy Flamer, not for the Cyclone Missile. To be fair, they haven't seen any Carnifexes yet, but you typically expect them. But Heavy Flamer will help them roast the hordes. Neurothrope up here for DanielGrushin. A like sub-commander super unit type guy that can deal with groups of infantry, especially heavy and super heavy infantry. And we have a Thunderhammer Force Commander. No other war gear for this guy though. Euro Throat does not generate its own energy, needs to use its own abilities to get energy back. Its basic attack will also return health. Not seen any of its abilities yet. Can they get the Force Commander down? Almost. Euro Throat got knocked all over the place by the Whirlwind. Meanwhile, in the mid, more Whirlwind action. Warrior Brood falls over and explodes. Lictor Alpha getting stuck in. Do you have any war gear? No, no war gear for this guy. Gets marked and promptly dies. It's a big blob of stuff here. Where is that second Euro Throat? Oh wow, good smite. Devastator's in the back there to support as well. Terminator's teleporting away. They took a lot of damage. Gustavo mixing it up. Now being shut down by full auto. Not sure why they didn't come quicker. Maybe it was on cooldown. Venom Brood going for a cap here. Uh-oh, grenade. And they might wipe. Is there anything else on retreat? Meanwhile, there's lots of fire. Gustavo's getting a revive. But he's a friendly Hive Tyrant. There he goes. Lictor Alpha's up. And we have Gene Stealers for Crog. Where was that second Euro Throat? It was doing stuff. It was there. But Space Marines holding firm. Now with the triple cap and VP lead, you guys. Despite all that pressure from the Tyranids, Space Marines kept their cool, kept their core units, their Marines survived. Well, Volhrims didn't. And they've managed to get Terminators up. Here's a Swarm Lord for the Tenso. Really was expecting Barb Strangler Carnifexes and stuff. Got Gene Stealers for Crog and DanielGrushin is kicking off down here. Kind of. Here's a tank. Got ourselves a tank. They're going to use the Thorax Swarm now, going after it. Doesn't seem like it unless they were knocked over. Maybe they're trying to get close and keep getting knocked over. Force Commander mincing through Hormagaunts, but they have survived. Kicking off in the mid, I think. Yes, it is. Swarm Lord is in there. Super unit for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatant and has some good support too. Gives a speed synapse and a reinforcement synapse. And in 293, he got a little bit more damage, and his deflective chitin, whatever it's called, that knocks back melee attackers, got a little bonus. 10% more chance to occur. I think it's 20% chance now. Really is mincing through those tactical marines there, the Swarm Lord. 221 to 84. Big push for the Tyranids. Did they get the VP? They are getting the VP. It's important to get on that quickly whenever they push through. Gustavo's going for something. The Terminators, I think. So what are Gene Stealers? There's Armor of the Apothecary doing its advanced healing. Doing a lot of work. They should focus down that Apothecary, I think. Can't do it forever, and they are tearing through the Terminators. Can they get another model before they have to retreat? Maybe Gustavo can as a good grenade. Nope, Gustavo's out of it. Swarm Lord did a huge amount of work there. Oh, Gustavo got down. They got him. The Devastator Heavy Bolter was enough, I think. 194 to 84. Double cap now for the Tyranids. It's actually really close. Actually really close. They're still fighting over the southwest. I'm surprised to see those players still fighting down there. Why are you still fighting over this power? I guess they still need power, eh? Force Commander trying to grab this now. Assault Terminator is still doing their thing. What about Riku's? No upgrade yet. These guys are new, right? Oh, Neurothrope goes down. Got caught by a whole bunch of bolter fire. Doing their best to decap when they can, the Tyranids. And look at this, even bashing with Venom Brood, which is really good play from Tenso. Stormlord's going to smack down the beacon. This was put up by Ben's Techmarine to act as a retreat point, but now it's down. Tyrant formation goes off, taking out a whole bunch of garrisons. Got a small buff in 293. Those spires now come up a bit sooner, I believe. More Gene Stealers for Crog. Carnifex. The first Carnifex we've seen is up from DanielGrushin with a Venom Cannon. Trying to fight the Predator tank, I guess. Oh, Gene Stealers have found Terminators again. Their favourite thing to mince through. I mean, the Power Fists are powerful melee weapons as you may expect, but they attack very slowly and they just can't deal with a swarm of Gene Stealers quickly enough. Warrior Brood got wrecked. 142 to 84. Space Marine starting to look quite strong, you know. Tyranid is losing things here and there. Lost the Zoanthropes. Sorry, the Neurothropes. Well, they still have Grushin's one, actually. And finally, they are coming up from the southwest. They were there for so long. There's a Cataclysm, but those guys retreated in time. That's from the Neurothrop. Carnifex getting shots on the Predator tank. They saw the damage it did already. And that is a Spirit Leech on the Force Commander to drain some energy off him and give it to the Neurothrop. Down goes a Ravenant Alpha. I think no, he's still alive. I thought I saw a Sync Kill playing out there. Another Cataclysm. Ravenant Alpha does get away. The tank also survived. Here's some Assault Terminators. The Carnifex doesn't want to tank with those guys. Meanwhile, Turner formation. Stormlord getting stuck in, taking quite a lot of damage from the Power Fists. Does have a Leech Essence self-heal. Depending on how many enemies are around him, just drains their health. Lictor Alpha is going after the Apothecary. Now has the Corrosive Claws. They take more damage and get slowed down. It's also a power melee weapon, not bad. I always felt like the Lictor Alpha should get a better weapon in tier 3 or something, like a really powerful melee weapon. Down he goes there. Doesn't necessarily have to be a heavy melee weapon, but something that can really just mess up a hero. 118 to 84. Terminator squad again being chased. A really well-timed shotgun blast there. I think they can repel this. Need to get out of there. Crog. They live. They live. 108 84. Tyranids hitting back hard. You see the Sacred Standard giving buffs from the Force Commander even when he's down. Carnifex getting awfully close to base. Looks like the Assault Terminators are messed up and they had to back off a bit. There's an orbital from, I'm guessing, Volhrim. I'm not sure though. 84 to 84 is evened up, but a double cap is for the Tyranids. Space Marine trying to retake this VP here. Under some serious fire. Bioplasma missed, I think, from the Carnifex there. Neurothrop getting flanked. Might need to run away, buddy. Paroxysm goes up and then retreat. Okay, they might survive. Those Terminators teleporting out of the Paroxysm. 60 to 83 on the VP. Single cap now for the Space Marines. What was that? It was Sneaky Scouts getting this cap here. So a horde of Gene Stealers coming towards you though. Triple Gene Stealers up for Crog. That's awesome. There's 5 of them on the field. Is that a Venerable? It is a Venerable. Awesome to see. Called in by Ben. Look at that. Emperor's Fist knocking down about 15 G-Stealers there. Now going mental on them. Getting those kills. Need some support though. Also getting Venom Cannon shots. A little bit of a charge there to knock them down. Did its job. It's held up this cap a lot. But can it live? Looks like it's not going to live. Gene-Stealers are tearing it apart en masse. Also, Gustavo there, of course. Paroxysm is a good place to put it. As a Psychic Scream as well, the Hive Tyrant. Frantic last 10 minutes here. 5 to 10 minutes of madness. Meanwhile, Northeast is turning all Space Marine-y. It's important not to move away from the fights because people hate that. I have a habit of just looking at things, capping points. The Devastators live. They did live. Terminators might drop a model. Oh, they dodged the Bioplasma. 59 to 70, 1-to-1 cap. Lictor Alpha trying to harass. But goes down. He's gone down a lot, as you'd expect, I guess, in a like tight map like this. He's going to be seen. He's going to be shot at. 59 to 64 on the VPs now. Swarmlord on the way for the Tenso. I thought their first one did pretty well, trying to get a revive. Big mistake, I think. I think he's going to go down, and that means all 3 Tyranid heroes down. They might live. He lives, wow. Didn't see a bolt pistol shot then from the Librarian for some reason. Look at that special attack. Get out of my way. Predator tank from Riku. I guess Volhrims went down somewhere. Of course, I missed it. More advanced healing. They haven't done enough, I think, to go after this Apothecary. Level 8, this guy. Doing so much work. Genestealer's getting a decap under infiltration. What is this? Genestealer's trying to go northeast and they got wrecked. 59 to 37 is so close. Space Marines have stayed steady despite huge amounts of pressure. What is this? It's without number, I think. Yeah. Spawns in some upgraded Hormagaunts and Termagants, but at this stage of the game, they're just going to get wrecked. Limited usage, this global. It does have some use. Gives you capping power late game, especially in a 1v1. But in a 3v3 on a tight map like this, it's not going to do a whole lot for you. Unless they can like drop it northeast when there's nobody there. But I think you need vision for it. Maybe you don't. Level 8 Force Commander now. Doesn't have any armor. But he knows what he's doing with that hammer, that's for sure. Here come Assault Terminators and regular old Terminators. And there's the game. Triple cap at the end for Space Marines. Wow. They came back. I thought they were done for. It was close, but they did come back into it. And the Terminators, yeah, the Terminators really helped. Not enough Carn Effectors, I don't think, from the Tyranid players. They went mass Genestealers, which can tear through Terminators, but you can't just have that. Got to have some big stuff to take the aggro. Like a Thornback charging in there, maybe. Also, just Barb Stranglers are good. Barb Stranglers are so good. We saw them do huge amounts of work in the previous game. I'm not sure if that one was played before this one or this one was played first. I'm not sure. Let's look at these heroes. Level 9 Techmarine with a Melter Gun and that Signum. Apothecary level 9 grew in influence. They did not deal with this guy very well. And a level 8 Force Commander. Lictor Alpha, level 2. Did much better on the Cathari map, I think. Cathari Ruins game. Level 7 Hive Tyrant. Smashed up some stuff with those Crushing Claws for sure. Crushed them, you could say. And a level 5 Ravener Alpha. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to the players for taking part and for Impregnable for running such things. I'll see you next time.